To open up the slides, you need to have the engine running and parking brake on. So those are on, and I'll open up the main slide. For the bedroom slides, they are in a different slide out system. And it is very important that the wardrobe slide goes out first before the bed. So the wardrobe slide and the bedroom slide. So using the control panel, the top left is for the indicator panels here. So propane is full, battery, we're plugged in so it false read as full regardless, but the solar panel showed us that it was full. Fresh, black, and gray waters are all empty. To start up the generator. So for the rest of the buttons here, the water heater can be used on electric or propane, depending on which power source you have. If you do have both available, you can use both switches at the same time. The water pump brings the water up from the water tank. The Arctic package is the 12-volt heating pads on the holding tanks. You can turn it on below 10 degrees Celsius, and it will turn on as it needs to and off once it's warmed up. If you have the furnace on, it's most likely going to keep the tanks warm enough that the switch doesn't need to turn on. And these are just the two light switches. It's the slide out button we used for the dinette, and the driver's side rear light is the light that's over the dump station outside. Okay, to start up the AC, we'll need to run the generator. So do that until the red light comes on. Start it up. And then we'll wait for the microwave to beep. Okay. So now we know we have power transferred. I'm going to use the purple power button to start up the thermostat. So cool is for AC. So it's on auto. It's going to detect what fan speed it needs to get to this temperature. So that's running. And mode cycles through the AC and furnace and fan. So the rest of this will go through. Heat is how you use the furnace. You want to make sure that that's on auto. Otherwise, if it's on high or low, the ceiling fan will be going. And it's pretty cold to have this fan running while you're trying to be getting warmed up. So there is cool. And then you set the fan and set the temperature. It does have a sleep function. That's like a timer. And you can use the remote, so you can use this from the bedroom. When adjusting the AC vents, they just gently swivel, just very lightly. And then to open and close them, there is an arrow there, so you want to make sure you use that side to open and close them. The Max Air fan is pretty easy to use. It has instructions right on it. So pull down the arrow to open, and then twist, and then use these on and off buttons. So using the stovetop is similar to most RV stovetops. You put the pilot light on and spark it. Just start it up. It's very important with the stove that you remember to take the glass stove cover off. There, and then the same for the oven. This light is just for the knobs. The fridge is automatic. Just leave it on and auto. It'll take electric if it can, or propane and battery otherwise. So you control your temperature with the fin. I'm just trying to start up there if you can hear the clicking. And these are the toilet paper holders inside the freezer. These gray pieces hold the fridge door open when you're defrosting it. So just slides in, and I'll just keep it open like that. For winterizing and dewinterizing, the water heater bypass can be accessed behind these 4 screws. In the bathroom area, you will find the GFI. It's just a regular foot flush toilet, motion light down there. Shower, this is an access for plumbing. The bedroom TV does run on 12-volt power. It swivels and it connects in there, so make sure that has a good press before you start driving. This is the privacy curtain. So the Velcro goes around these white dots. That, and you can set it behind the chairs as well. To convert the bed into a sleeping area, the tabletop needs to come off the post. So the post will lay in the ground down here, and this tabletop will sit along the edges. Once the tabletop is sitting on the ledge, this cushion that's inside the wardrobe and the back cushion go together, and then the sheet goes on top. The stereo over the door does have a remote, and you can use the Jensen radio app, so you can use it as Bluetooth. And it has different zones. So zone A is for the living room speakers, zone B is the outside speakers, and C isn't connected to anything. So if I turn up the volume right now, we'll hear it in the living room.
Thursday at your Ashley Home Store. This is home.
And B is outside.
So I'll defer payments for 3 months to help people out.
And C is not connected. Okay. I'll show you AM, FM, Bluetooth. Front auxiliary is that port. HDMI ARC, so that's that you can watch the TV. Listen to the TV, sorry. And up here, there is an outlet and connections in case you wanted to add a Blu-ray player. So this is a DVD player connected to the TV, but it doesn't play Blu-rays. So if you want to add a Blu-ray player, there's already an HDMI port there and a plug, so it's already wired to the TV. The TV does have locking screws, so you want to unlock both of them before pulling the TV out on an angle. And put them back before you drive. To scan for channels on the TV, into menu, channel, auto scan, the TV and radio antenna is in the cabinet beside the stereo above the door. You'll notice that there's a little green light right there, and there's a tiny little switch right down beside it. That is the power switch for it. If it is off, you will not be able to get channels on the TV or a radio station. To swivel the passenger seat around, you need to use this yellow boot. You pull it and it's going to come out on a 45-degree angle here. You pull towards, and then you need to have enough room for it to spin around. So I'm just going to use this handle here, tilt it forward, and it spins. And that cushion goes on top of it from the wardrobe. So it's very important too to make sure that you lock it in place before you start driving. To put the chair back in place, make it face the front and then go back on the 45. Just towards the front, and now forward. So then it's locked. When bringing the slides back in, make sure that the bed slide comes in first. And then just make a crease in the blanket or hold the blanket in place.